Catch a Falling Star. Written by Matt Burlingame. Narrated by John Steinkamp. Everything about Martin Stevens was average. He lived in an average house in an average town and worked an average job. He was an average height, an average weight, and wore average clothes that he bought from a discount strip mall near his work. The only thing about him that wasn't average was that he was gay, which his former psychiatrist once told him saved him from being the most boring man he had ever met. Every day for Martin was mostly the same. He went to work, came home, watched television, and read his Book of the Month Club book until he fell asleep. On the day Martin turned 33 years old, his co-workers, none of whom really knew him, gave him a card with his name misspelled. His mother left her annual voice message that started out with a happy birthday, then quickly became a lecture about his sinful lifestyle choice. She then put his father on the phone, who again reminded him of what a disappointment he had turned out to be. The only glimmer of hope to bring a smile to Martin's usually complacent face was his older brother Daniel, who was taking him out that night. When his brother arrived, he gave Martin a card with a nude man on the front, making a joke about blowing out his birthday candle, and a bottle of aged whiskey. Since Daniel had hired a cab to take them to a destination he was still keeping secret, he demanded the two of them have a few shots before heading out. The two brothers had always been close. Daniel was the first person Martin came out to, and he had always supported and protected him, even from their own father, who had once threatened to beat the gay out of him. "So, did you get anything fun for your birthday?" Martin shrugged and held up Daniel's card along with the one from work. "Who's Morton?" Martin pointed to himself and gave a fake smile, then dropped the card from work into the trash bin. "That's it? What about your friends?" "I don't have any friends." Daniel swallowed his second shot and shook his head. "There's got to be someone you hang out with." Martin scoffed. "Just Jack and Karen." "Work friends?" "My fish." Daniel chuckled. "Aw, little bro, what happened to you? You used to have a lot of friends. What about that girl you were friends with in school? Tracy?" "Stacy. Haven't seen her in years." "And all the people who came to those parties you and David had when you were together?" "David's friends." "But you always had people from school coming over." Martin took a shot, held it in his mouth while giving his brother a sideways look, then swallowed hard. "That was the yearbook committee, and they only came over because they all had crushes on you. Once you graduated, I was kicked off. You were voted most popular. I was the one voted most likely to die alone and be eaten by his cats." Daniel couldn't stop himself from laughing. "You were not." "I was. That's why I have fish. Face it, my life has not exactly been a success story." "But you have a steady job, a nice house, fish. You should find a good guy and—" Martin interrupted. "Adopt some kids, get a divorce, go to a support group." He rolled his eyes. Okay. Daniel poured them a third shot. "One more before we go." He raised his shot glass. "Here's to my little bro on his birthday. May he meet the man of his dreams and have a long and happy life together." "Cold day in hell, Dan," Martin said as their glasses clinked together. Daniel's phone beeped. "Ride's here." "You never said where we were going." "Didn't I? Huh." Daniel headed toward the door.